Hi, everybody. Welcome to Karen Paul's Q&A Thursday at today. It's at 12:39 because we're early but late for the 12:30. So there you go. Today is going to be we're going to focus in on entrepreneurs, and I had the pleasure of meeting these girls at Turkey Trot on Sunday, which we sponsored, and it was so amazing because I met them and I thought, wow, here they are, young girls, and trying to push their way through the business world, and it's great. So, Ariane, first of all, I want to ask you: do you have the stats for today? Do you want me to call you in on that one?
I do have the stats for today.
All right.
So no calling out here. I'm well prepared. Well,
okay.
Most of them at least.
So Carrie Ann is going to give us some stats today in regard to the marketplace, and then we'll move right on to the two girls. Okay.
So the stats in the last 7 days in the Halton board, we've had 313 new listings, 154 price decreases, 249 sold listings, and 127 canceled listings.
So I'm also going to introduce you to, because she's new to my world and my team, is Michelle Campbell. See, I remember.
Hi. Yes. Hi, everyone.
So Michelle has come to me and our team, which we are so pleased to have her aboard. And Michelle, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So my name is Michelle Campbell, like Karen mentioned. I'm actually coming from Toronto. I lived in Toronto for over 10 years. And then my husband and I moved to Hamilton, and we had a beautiful little boy, and I've been in real estate that whole time, but now that he's in school, I'm ready to jump back in, and I met Karen and Carrie Ann, and it's just been wonderful, and I am so excited for what is, what the future has for us, because it's been really great.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
Michelle.
Yeah.
We're glad to have you on our team, and we're going to just do gangbusters next year.
Yes.
So introduce yourselves and let's move on. Tell me about yourselves and what you're all about. First of all, names. So, Madi and
Emily.
But last names?
I'm Emily Baker.
And I'm Madi McNeil.
Okay, so Madi and Emily, tell me about yourselves and how, number one, your education, how you got met, and why you started the company.
So we are the co-founders of the Olfactory Lab. It's a small candle business located in Oakville, Ontario. I went to George Brown for special events management, and
I went to school at Carleton University to get a psych degree.
And then we both did a post-grad certificate at Sheridan College, Trafalgar campus. And from there, I mean, we worked together in all of our group projects. We did an internship together after we graduated. But we were a part of the group where the last couple months of our program was put online due to the pandemic. So everything moved online. When we did our internship together, it was virtual, and we just kind of spent time searching for jobs, and nowhere was hiring. A lot of people were being let go from their current positions. So it just really was difficult to be a student during that time. And like, kind of, you want to put your foot in the door and you kind of can't get anywhere. So we actually chose to start making candles. We learned the craft, and we were like, let's see if this takes off. At the very least, it'll make, some good Christmas gifts for family and friends. And we sold them, and it really took off.
Amazing.
Thank you.
So how many years has that been?
We're just under 2 years old, so we're just learning how to walk right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you walking? Are you doing well?
We're doing very well. Yeah,
I
we're doing.
love that attitude. You know, I walked up to their booth on Sunday, and it was funny because I said, "So, how are your sales today?" And they just looked at me and they said they were fantastic. And I thought to myself, they are such a positive couple. I tell you.
Amazing.
Well, we're
Yeah.
just so grateful, right? Like it's still very like bizarre to us to think that, you know, we make them in my mom's house and that people buy them and that they love them and that people continue to buy them and that they're in stores and, you know, even that you are modeling them now, right? So
Yeah.
it's really cool. It's very surreal. It's very surreal.
So your numbers, have they increased over the past 2 years?
Yeah.
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 Their faces.
Yeah.
Great.
We actually, we profited our first year of business, which is,
Wow.
as you know, very rare.
Oh,
And we're on track to profit again for this year.
okay.
Wow.
Maybe you should be going on Shark Tank.
I was gonna say, yeah.
We have been told that a couple times and we kind of have a little experience in doing something like that. So obviously we needed money. And so we were just all over Google of like, how can we get money? Like, how can we just get a grant? How can we just secure some money so that we can put it into materials? Because most of our expenses are materials. Like our overhead is nothing because we make it in my mom's house, right? So
Yeah,
just
your
on
mom.
how to figure out.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Your mom may kick you out one day and say,
Yeah. She very well might. We're very grateful for what she's saying. And then we can call you for real estate.
exactly.
We'll get 2% over asking. Thank you. Yeah, so we were just looking on like ways that we can, you know, secure some money, and we signed up for a grant program. It's called the Halton Starter Plus program, and they take a group of entrepreneurs. I think they do it seasonally.
They do it twice a year in 2 different cohorts, so a spring cohort and a fall cohort. But what it is you apply for it basically, and you do about 8 weeks of classes. So they really take the time to teach you like about insurance and the proper ways to run your business and accounting. Like they really give you all the tools to help like start your business, or if you've just started, it really just helps you, you know, get on your feet. And then after that, you submit a business plan. Ours was like 40 pages long.
So long.
But you submit it and they select about 10 businesses to pitch in front of a panel of judges. And then from those 10 business pitches, they choose 5 to win a $5,000 grant.
And we got it.
Wow.
Yeah. So we did have to like pitch it Shark Tank style.
It was very Shark Tank style. We went through the slideshow over and over and over, and it could only be 5 minutes. They dock you if it's not 5 minutes. So to go over your business from where you started, where you're at now, where you're going, what are you going to do with this money, how are you going to break it down, do you even really know your demographic? Like it was pretty hard.
Yeah.
They test you.
But they said that we were okay, so we.
That's amazing.
Michelle, don't they have a great attitude? I mean,
That's amazing. And I was just going to say, I think like just the way you're delivering your presentation today, or even just the way you talk about your business, your passion is just so there that like, who would not want to give you money for your business? Like, and I find that like the product is amazing, but also the people behind the business really, really is the whole package, right? And you guys clearly are. You can really tell you love it.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
it's just so great. Okay, let's get serious now, and we'll talk. So, all right, we're talking about money. So, have you gone to any of the banks or BDC or, you know, any of the none?
No, we obviously have a bank account, and you know we have like our checkings, our savings, etc. But we haven't taken out a loan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is your company incorporated?
Not yet.
Got to do that, you know, girls.
Yeah.
I know.
It's on our list.
It's on the list.
It's on the list.
It's on the list.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so all right, so tell me about your product. Let's analyze it a bit, because I was really surprised about something that you told me when you said about the candle, and let's tell me about your product and the analysis of it and the scents and everything else, because everybody wants to know. We've got followers on Facebook and they love to listen to these kinds of things.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab one. I actually have a few on my shelf. I'm just gonna grab one and then we can give you
Okay.
a better display.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so we make coconut soy candles. So the reason that we chose coconut soy wax versus a paraffin wax or versus just soy wax alone is coconut soy wax is the most ethical and sustainable wax on the market to date. Sustainability is really like kind of like in the root of like all the decisions that we make. So having something that was, you know, as sustainable as possible was really important to us. Next, we have the wooden wick, which if you're familiar with a wooden wick, it makes this like beautiful crackling noise and it sounds just like a fireplace. So that's a little bit makes us.
I love that.
And then Maddie, you told them the last thing.
And then the last thing is that on our candles, we don't use lids. Instead, we use what are known as dust covers. But our dust covers are made from seed paper. So if you look kind of closely, you can see there's bumps in the paper. So there's actually seeds inside this paper. And what you can do is you can plant it into the ground or into a pot, and it'll bloom wildflowers to help the bee population.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
That
amazing.
is awesome.
Isn't that amazing?
That is so amazing.
I was so impressed with them when I met them on Sunday. I have to say, otherwise I wouldn't have asked you to come on our
Yeah.
So,
Great.
so I guess what is the hottest seller, the hottest smell seller? Oh,
Our best seller is called Vanilla Silk, and that has notes of cashmere and vanilla in it. It's like a sweet, like it's like a delicious sweet.
Warm.
Yes, warm and sweet. That's perfect.
And then another bestseller of ours is called Bed Piece. It's a lavender driftwood. So it's not like your typical lavender. It's kind of like lighter, airier, but it's really nice.
yeah. And so how do you deal with the amount that is ordered, or, you know, how do you deal with the supply? How fast can you make these, and give me an idea of what your process is?
It's pretty easy for us because we just have it down now and we do it all the time.
Yeah.
So we have it down pat, and both of us are interchangeable in both roles. So it's not just like Maddie makes it, or it's not just like I make it. It's based on like what is best for the business at that point. For example, Maddie heads most of the designing. So if like we need, you know, designing and we need stuff on Photoshop and there's a large order that needs to be produced, then I would do the producing. If there's like a call that needs to be handled, sometimes I'll take that and Madi would do the producing. So we kind of do interchangeable, but we like to do everything together.
Yeah.
So like it's not as fun. It's honestly not as fun when you do it by yourself, but it's what's best for the business.
And it's because we were friends first that like we enjoy the time we get to spend with each other anyways. So like coming over to work, it's not necessarily, it doesn't always feel like work. It's like we're working and we're doing stuff, but it's also we get to hang out.
Yeah.
Spend time.
I would say we could do like at least 30.
And because you can hang out and you can work and you can talk and chat and talk about the latest boyfriend or girlfriend or friends, or you know, and social media and et cetera, et cetera. So how have you been so successful? Has it been social media that has pushed your business out the door?
That's a really good question. What do you think?
I think at the very beginning, it was just like a lot of like word of mouth from family and friends. And that's really what catapulted it. It was like when we first launched it, it was like in November. So it was like it was getting time for the holidays. People just really wanted gifts. We launched it in 2020. So everybody, it was their first kind of like Christmas at home and not really being able to see people. So a lot of people wanted to support small businesses, and you know, we were online, so it was a quick, easy way. But I think from just our initial family and friends. The word really just spread, word of mouth. And then I think we kind of got into the social media side of things and really kind of put our attention there. And it grew.
Also, I would add that we did a lot of primary research. Like we went through a lot of surveys with our friends and the family, just asking, and it was anonymous. We went through Google Forms, like just asking them their feedback every single time we launched something. Like, hey, can you please just give us feedback? Like, we're not going to grow if we don't know. So, you know, just please, let us know. So we took all the feedback, the good feedback, the bad feedback, and you just get better at it. You just like, I think it's almost for us like that, like need to like never settle. It's like even looking at the candle now, like we are like, this could be better. Like, how could we make this even better? How can we wow people even more? That's just kind of at the core, I think, of our personalities, at least definitely for me.
But it helps us keep growing and like keep improving the product. And, you know, like we want to stay up to date. Like if there was like, you know, a better, like a good cotton wick and like, you know, maybe that's an avenue we explore, as well as the wooden wick. Like we're always looking to improve and like make the product better. And that's what keeps us going. And keeps us like
Yeah. So what does it cost, the candle? How much, first of all, where do you get all the products to put the candle together? That's number one. And number two, what does it cost you to put together? And number three, what do you charge for that candle?
We can give you some ballpark ones because they range based on scent. So each scent actually costs us a different amount to make. So we get number one, we source all the products from all over Ontario. The closer that it is to us, the better. One, for shipping, and also we love supporting like other Canadian businesses. Two, it costs us, well, we have 3 different sizes. So we have a 6 ounce, a 9 ounce, and a 15 ounce. The one that you guys have is a 9 ounce.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. She has mine that you gave me. So.
So the 6 ounce costs us a little bit less than 10. The 9 ounce costs us a little bit over 10, and then the 15 ounce costs us a little bit under 15. And then we charge.
Why do the small ones cost you more?
The glass jars are tricky. Sometimes the pricing on these has like skyrocketed, and then it sank, and then it skyrocketed again. It's very like it really depends on the inflation. Has been really hard for us to monitor. Like
for all of us, last year, I have to say, for all of us. For all of us, I mean, whether it be food, cars, or whatever it is, for all of us, and housing even. So we're shocked because, you know, today a house that I went to see, probably 2 months ago, Carrie Ann, and it was disastrous inside. It was completely original. Nobody had touched anything in this little bungalow. And I looked at him and I said, you know what? You won't be able to sell it for more than 800. He got 915,000 for it. So you see, and yet there's a house around the corner that is absolutely gorgeous that won't sell for $1 million. So it's confusing all of us.
Yeah, and it really depends. Like 1 week it could be on sale and we could be like, yes, like the cost of goods are going down, we love it. And then we could, you know, check it a week later and it could be almost double. And then you add on shipping too, right? Because shipping is also very up and down because of gas, right? So it's kind of all over.
It's an interesting time.
Yeah, especially now with diesel prices, especially, you know, with I don't know how many you have. How many do you have delivered at a time?
Well, it depends on like the orders going out. So based on like whether we do them in, say they're going to Welcome Cannabis, then sometimes our last order with them was 40 units. Sometimes if we order on Shopify, we could have like 1 going out a day. Sometimes we could have 3 going out a day. It depends on if we're doing a new promotion or a new product or a new scents launching, things like that.
So you're on Shopify?
Yes.
So why don't you tell us where you are and where people can buy your product?
Yep. So we retail online on our Shopify site. And then we're located in 2 spas in Oakville. One of them is called Mirage and the other one is called Beauty in the Spa. They're both located around the Trafalgar upper middle area. And then we are also in Power Yoga Canada, Mississauga. And we just did a collaboration with them as well for a their own candle, basically, like their own custom candle that's only exclusively sold there. And then we are located in 3 locations with Welcome Cannabis, which is a cannabis dispensary. And we retail or designed candles for them and based off of like the products like they sell, things like that.
So you have cannabis in the candle?
No. So what we did is we took scents and we modeled them after different strains of cannabis. So like, for example, CBD, it was like a lavender scent, a sativa is like a citrus scent, and then the indica is like more of a warm, like sandalwood scent.
So
Nice.
you know, you're so, I'm amazed at both of you that, you know, the youth today is so smart, and I'm amazed at both of you, and you are so great. I have to ask you your age range. You don't have to tell me your exact age, but your age range.
Oh, I'm comfortable with age. That's okay. I'm 29.
And I'm 26.
Wow.
Like, wow.
I am so impressed. So
Thank you.
impressed.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so impressed. I think there's a couple of more questions I have for you. So we know where we can get the candle if we want to, because you do have a website, and Carrie Ann's going to put that website on Facebook Live. And so she will then expose it for you. And the other thing is, there was something else I wanted to talk to you about. So cost, we talked about that. But what about, so what is your largest order that you've ever had?
Oh.
The one last year.
Yeah.
We had an order, it was actually for a real estate agent, and he placed an order and it was like
275 candles.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was like, it was,
Amazing.
I think, like first week of December, and like we were so excited.
Of last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So that
Fantastic.
was a gift for his client. So every person who I guess he sold a house to got a candle of ours.
Yeah.
That's
Amazing.
fantastic. So did you personalize it with the real estate agent's name and logo on it?
So last year we didn't. However, with like everything that's happened like this year, like we're able to do that now. So that's like something we would like love to do. We love making custom candles. We've done a few for like communions and baptisms, and
We did a bridal one. We sent a bridal one out yesterday.
Oh my
nice.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
we love it. We love doing it. It's so fun to like have our product, but like have it like personalized. So like mean something to somebody else as well.
Yeah, yeah. So, so what do your parents think of both of you?
My mom and dad, they're very proud. Yeah, they're very proud, and they've been so like they're both so supportive. They're both in sales, so they think it's the gene. They think it's them.
Yeah.
But they're also, but you're also using your mom's house. So
Oh yeah. Like the support that Madi and I both grew up with single moms. So the amount of effort and love and attention that they give us, especially in this like new endeavor, has been nothing short of amazing. We wouldn't be able to do it without them, no question. Like to afford a rent space and to do the business is mind blowing, especially in Oakville. So you know, we're very, very blessed, and it like makes us want to be like the best parent after it, because you know we've had the best parents.
Yeah. So can you add anything to what we've gone through? Michelle, do you have a question?
Come back to me. I'm still thinking. We've covered so much. It's so great.
Carrie Ann.
Pardon?
Oh, sorry, you cut out there. I just looked at your website and they have the cutest little pumpkin patch
Yeah, it's right there.
candles. Oh yeah, they're right there.
Oh,
Does it come in a set of 4?
Bring it
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah, I
Bring
can
it
do-
forward.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh my
They
goodness.
have the cutest little fall collection. I love it. It's very adorable.
Oh, that's lovely.
Okay, so we want, let me see, how many do we need for October 31st? Can you get them done?
How long does it take you to do an order? Like if I said I want, say, a set of those and one of these ones, how long would it take you to make? Like, do you make them in bulk?
So our like jar candles, yeah, we do keep like a healthy number of on hand so that we can quickly fulfill our orders. But with the like the decorative ones, we do make them like per order. We usually have like a few on hand, but yeah, we typically make them per order.
How long does it?
Like,
How long would
yeah.
it take you?
Yeah.
This could take like 3 hours, not because of the time it takes to physically make it, but it takes a long time to cool.
Yeah, to set. Yeah.
Gotcha. So if you were to get an order of 100 of them, how long would that take you to make?
Maybe like 2 weeks.
Probably under 2 weeks, but at least a week for sure.
At least a week, yeah.
So what are you planning for Christmas?
So lots.
We've got a couple of different things. We're still trying to iron out the scents. We have a couple.
Wait, maybe we should bring them back before Christmas, and then they can do a launch of their new Christmas scents.
Yes, we would
That
love
would
it.
be a good idea. And how do you come out with your scents? How do you create them?
We honestly just kind of like
We research it.
we look at the trends of
Yeah.
like what's
All
popular.
I see is the two
Right.
of you over a stove stirring a pot like witches and saying, okay, this is good, this is good, this is
We kind of get a general idea of the number of scents that we want to launch based off of like what we can afford, like what is feasible for the business,
Yeah.
because we
Yeah.
offer 3 different sizes now. So to keep inventory for 3 different sizes costs money. So we say, okay, what is feasible for the business at this point? Knowing that it's the holidays, usually we want to do a little bit more than like 2 scents. So we try to do 4.
Yeah.
And then we narrow it down based on like scent category. And then we poll on our Instagram to our viewers to see like what they like better. So example, there was like, would you rather have a cranberry or pear scent? Majority picked cranberry. So
Really?
there will probably be a cranberry scent.
yeah. And so on that Instagram, so that's interesting that you did it through social media. So you have actually a very good reception through social media. How many followers do you have?
About 826. Well, we do have 826, sorry.
But who's counting?
Right?
So can we get an apple pie scent?
Yes,
Ooh.
we can do custom scents. That's what we just did for that. We did a bridal set for, her name's Mary. She's getting married next year. So she wanted to do custom candles with a custom scent
And a
for
custom label.
Yeah, and a custom label for bridal boxes that she's going to be sending out to her bridal party. So she, like, honeysuckle is very like meaningful to her. That's her signature scent. So we scouted scents. And then we sent her a tea light set and we're saying, okay, pick the one that you like. She found one that she loved. We made the candles and then we made the labels and sent them all out to her yesterday.
Wait, that you just
Wow.
said something. You just said something very interesting. That so you create the scent in tea lights and then you send them to your clients to see if they like them or which one they like.
If they're doing custom, that's really important to us that like they like it, right? Like they're paying extra for it. You know, a lot of scent is very personal to people. A lot of them are going to keep it as a keepsake. So
Yeah.
they have to love it. You know, they have to love it. So
That's a cool idea. That's very good.
yeah, thank you.
Well, it's beautiful. It's fantastic because then at least they get a chance to edit it, and if they like it, they can. It's exactly what you said to
Yeah.
me. Now smell them and tell us which one you really like.
Yeah.
The other day on Sunday, you didn't want me to take a candle, just any candle. You said smell which one you like, and I found that very welcoming because of the fact that you know there's a lot of scents that we don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you for coming on. And yes, we'll have you on before Christmas. Carrie Ann will book you. 1, 2, actually, you should have them on the beginning of December so that if they get orders, they can make them, right? Is that possible?
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. We're available.
Okay.
We work from home. So
By the way, I do have to say that we have debuted them on Facebook Live because they've never been on Facebook Live before. So
yes.
this is
Their
the
debut.
name and faces
Nice.
of the Olfactory Lab candles. And they're,
They're fantastic.
yeah, they're amazing. They're energetic and positive, and it's great.
So spell olfactory because it's OL.
It's OLFACTORY Lab.
So the
Okay.
reason why we picked that name goes back to the psychology, like my passion for psychology, and your olfactory is the part in your brain that connects scent to memory.
Ah,
Oh, I
wow.
love that.
It gets even better and better. It keeps
That's
getting
great.
better.
I'm going to have you do research on real estate marketing so that you can tell us what would be the best name for our team.
I love marketing. It's a big passion. It's a big passion of mine for
Oh,
sure.
good.
Wow.
Well, we'll talk to you.
You got my number.
We need you. So do you work on the side? Do you have another job? Do you two have full-time jobs on the side? So this is your full-time job.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Fantastic. I'm very impressed. And thank you for coming on to our panel today. I'm overjoyed that you accepted our invitation. So
We're overjoyed that you asked us. This is, Carrie Ann said this was our first time doing this, and we think it went really well. So we're really flattered that you guys even were interested in talking to us.
thank you.
And we're excited to come back like in a couple months, less than that.
absolutely.
Yeah. We're
Oh
excited.
yeah, okay. No, I want to know what's happening for Christmas because you know what? This will be a great gift for me to give out for my clients at Christmas because I always give a gift out to my clients. So thank you very, very much, you two.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we have a lot of good stuff coming. We're gonna do some molds. We're gonna do the 3 sizes again, but in different scents. And like we said, we can always customize it for you. So whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
Great.
Thank you very, very much, and have a great Halloween.
Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
you
You too.
Okay, take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye on Facebook Live. And by the way, everybody, KW, largest company in the world, real estate company in the world, over 175 agents. And we just opened up an office in, I'm trying to think which, in Europe somewhere. And we're looking to open up an office in Austria. So if anybody knows of anybody in Austria that wants to open up a real estate office, please, we'll welcome them with open arms. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.